Haere mai, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. We are in the lovely land of Aotearoa, New Zealand, my homeland. This is just, so much love right here. Welcome to yoga. My name is Anita. We are going to practice a New Zealand style yoga today. Actually, that's not true. I'm just going to incorporate maybe some Māori words into our practice. So let's begin by standing. We'll stand in Tadasana, bring your toes together, your heels slightly apart. Actually, I should just tell you, you can roll out your yoga mat, of course, and have enough space around you so you can move around. So we're standing, bringing your hands to your heart center in prayer pose. Karakai, prayer in Māori. Pressing the fingers and the palms together. Let's take a deep breath in, send the hands over to the top of the head, breathing out, pulling the energy down into your center. Breathing in and out, grounding yourself to the earth. Two more breaths, inhaling and exhaling out the nose. And placing your right hand on your heart, your left hand on your belly, we'll do some full yogic breaths. Breathing down into the belly, inflate the belly, then bring the breath up to the chest, inhaling all the way, exhaling, chest softens, belly softens, full exhale. Two more times, inhale. Exhale. Really connecting with the breath in the hands. And then breathing in, bring your hands up to shoulder height. Take your feet out a bit wider, maybe about as wide as the narrow edge of your yoga mat. Inhale, exhale. We're going to twist, wrapping the opposite hand around the back of the shoulder, the other hand around the back of the waist. Inhale to center, exhale to the other side. Inhale and exhale to twist. Oh, I get to see that lovely picture every time I look behind me. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to do one more each way. Make sure you bend your knees as you twist so that you're not pulling on the joint. We're going to allow the movement to be a little bit more dynamic. Keep awareness in the breath, but you don't need to time it with the twist. Little slap at the back of the shoulder and the back of the waist. Energizing. Starting to slow down. Good, and we're going to come down onto our knees, hands and knees. Hands are underneath shoulders. Knees are underneath your hips. We're just going to breathe in, breathe out, take your right foot back, press your heel down, get a nice stretch into your calf. Inhale, pull your knee in towards your nose. Exhale, pressing back. So we're going to compress as we pull the knee in. You'll feel a compression. Pressing back, hands at the earth. One more. Let's switch to the other side. Pressing the heel back. Exhale. Inhale. Rocking forward, tucking your nose to your knee. Pressing your heel back. It's like a variation of cat-cow and incorporating that nice stretch in the calf. Exhale. We're reversing the breath. One more. And then just bring your knees underneath your hips. We're going to do a variation of cat-cow again, creating circles, exhaling as you reach your spine up towards the ceiling, inhaling as you drop down. So drawing a full circle, imagining your spine as like a skipping rope. Rolling in a big circle, exhale, inhale, exhale, squeezing the belly towards the spine. One more. And I'll go the other direction. Your belly is your puku in Māori. So squeezing your puku towards your spine. Two more. And the last one. Let's pick up the toes and we're going to push back into downward facing kuru. Kuri being the Māori word for dog. Let's pedal out the heels. We want to focus on getting that nice line from your fingertips up to your hips. So keeping the knees bent, think about lifting your sit bones, dropping your chest, broaden through your shoulder blades, hug your ribs in tight. Inhale, lift up onto off both heels, onto both balls of the feet. Exhale, press down into the heels. Send your heart a little closer to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. And last one. Then look between the hands, take a big step forward with your right foot. Drop your back knee. Take a deep breath in and breathing out to crescent marama, marama moon. Inhale, dropping down. Exhale, sweeping back. Inhale, dropping down. Sweeping back. And this time, as we come to straighten the back, we're going to pivot and turn towards the bent knee side. Let's take a little reach back here, dropping the hand to the back of the leg, the other arm lifts up. Windmill the arms down. Let's step back to our downward facing dog. Downward facing kuri. And let's look between the hands and step forward with the left foot. Dropping the back knee. Inhale. Exhale to your crescent marama. Inhale to drop. Exhale to lift. And one more time. Then inhale, come to straighten the back. Exhale to turn over towards the bent knee side. Relax the shoulders. Squeezing this knee in towards the midline. Inhale again. Exhale, let's drop the back arm to the back leg, arching back with a gentle twist. Inhale, exhale, take the hands back down, press back to plank. You can drop your knees. Take a nice big inhale, exhale. We're going to draw our elbows in towards our rib cage. Lower down, let your chin touch the ground, then your chest, then your hips. Slide your arms forward and we'll come to Sphynx. Engaging the leg muscles. Driving your elbows down into the ground. Make sure that you're not allowing the neck to hang. We want to keep it as straight as possible, so the chin needs to tuck back. Inhale, lifting a little taller. Exhale, drop your chest down. Slide your hands underneath where your hands were, or where your elbows were, and then exhale, lift up, come to baby cobra. Now if this isn't working for you, keep your elbows on the ground. Exhale, drop down. Inhale again. Exhale, lift up. We're going to look over the right shoulder. Inhale, drop down. Exhale, look over the left shoulder. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Inhale down, one more time. Exhale to look. Dropping again, inhale, and then we're going to exhale, press back into our tamariki pose. Child's pose, children's pose. Reaching the fingers forward, sending the hips back. You can just allow the hips to move from side to side. Just releasing off that contraction after our gentle back bending. We're going to walk our hands over towards the right side. So hands are wide. Keep your right hand grounded. Take your left hand on top. Then send your left hip back towards your left heel, keeping your left hand glued on top of the right, opening up a little wider, or opening more through the side of the body. I'm just going to turn the music down. Oh, my phone's over there. One more breath. Let's take the hand to the other side. Chris, would you mind just turning the music down a tiny bit? Pressing back, right hip to right heel. Thank you. Sometimes the recordings are a little louder than other songs. So pressing back, gluing the hand down. One more breath. Now walk the hands back towards the body. Take a seat and come to butterfly pee-pee. Walking your hips towards your heels. Start with little butterfly wing bounces or flaps in your wings, lifting tall in your spine. Breathe in, lift up your knees. Breathe out. We're going to peel the feet open so they come open like a book. Pressing your elbows into your knees, stretching out the feet at the same time. Inhale, lifting up. Hope your feet are clean. Exhale, let's peel them open, pressing the elbows down. 2 more times. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, open up those feet. Lift and exhale, open. And now just allowing your hips to slide back a little bit further. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, falling forward over your feet. You can use your hands and your feet if you want to create a little bit more pull. So the head can come a little bit closer down. If this isn't working for your back, then just stay up a little bit higher. Keep the back a little bit more straighter. Otherwise, exhale, each exhale, draw yourself in a little bit closer if that feels good for your back, good for your hips. Two more breaths. And last one. And releasing, coming to a straight position. Let's take the left leg across so that the femur is nice and straight. And we're going to take the right over the top and try and squash those knees together. Trying to get as much contact with the top and bottom knee as possible. Now you might want to pop something underneath this right hip just to keep you lifted a little more, but you'll start to feel the hips are stretching here. The idea is to walk your feet now, so you're creating a nice horizontal line, and that's going to be a little challenging. You can hold on to the feet or hold on to the knee and just start to rock this hip down towards your mat a little bit more. Breathing in, reaching up, breathing out, falling forward. Quite a challenging hip opener, this one. Take 2 breaths here. Last one. Then inhale, lift up, take your left hand behind your hip, your right hand up to the ceiling, and then twist over to the left side. Trying to keep the back nice and straight. 2 more exhales and encouraging that turn as you exhale. Oh, look at that beautiful water. Wai is the Māori word for water. Inhale to center. Lifting up the left arm. Exhale to take it on the inside or the outside of the right. We twist to the other direction, trying to find some grounding with your hips. Lifting up tall. Finding some ease in the pose. One more breath. Then release your twist. Release your legs. Extend them out nice and wide. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, falling forward to our wide leg forward fold. You might want to just take your hands in front of you. If you can, take your elbows, or if you want to, you can draw your chest a little closer down. See how far you can go. Relax. Notice if you're gripping in your quads, we want these muscles to relax. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale, lifting up. Link your fingers, pull back towards your belly. Exhale, we're going to start to stir the pot around the feet. Leaning back as we inhale again. Exhale, over. Inhale, back. One more time. And then let's reverse the circle. Inhale, exhale, round the other way. 3 big circles. Good, and now let's bend in the right leg. Straight femur, straight out, creating a nice straight line, and then take the left over the top this time. Let's just work with how that feels in the hip. Trying to draw that hip down, then start to see if you can walk your feet to create that straight line. Encouraging that hip down. You can, as I said, pop something underneath that hip if you want a little bit more support there. It doesn't matter if you don't have any props. Just doing this is enough. So now we are going to choose where our forward fold is going to be. So we want to sort of shift our belly over towards that top thigh. Inhale. Exhale, let's fall forward. Keeping awareness of the hips, trying to draw them down. One more breath. Then inhale, reaching up, taking the right hand behind, lifting up, then taking the hand over to twist over the right shoulder. Trying to stay nice and tall in your spine. One more breath. Good, kapai. Back to center, inhale, bringing up your right arm, exhale, taking it over the left, outside of the leg, and exhale, a little bit more challenging with the closed twist. Last breath. And gently releasing your twist. Releasing the legs, extending them out long. Take a deep breath in, reaching your arms up. Exhale to reach forward. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, we're going to roll back now. Exhale, dropping tail onto the ground slowly all the way down. Then inhale, exhale, we're curling back up again. Inhale, exhale, fall forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl back. One bone at a time onto the ground. Inhale here, reaching long through fingers and toes. Exhale, tuck in your chin. Reach. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, arms come back up. And we're going to curl down one more time. Taking the arms over the head again. Let me shift myself back down. Bending your knees, taking them hip width apart, just making sure the toes are pointing away from you. We're going to do Arahanga, bridge pose. Bringing your hands next to your hips, pressing your shoulder blades into the ground. Breathing in, breathing out, tucking your tail under, pressing your feet into the ground, lifting up. Now from here you can link your fingers underneath, straighten out your arms, walk your shoulder blades together. Tuck your chin to your chest. Open up through your chest. My sternum just went crack. I don't know if you heard that in the microphone, it was quite loud. Squeezing your glutes. Let's take 3 more breaths. If at any time you want to come down, please do. And 1 more breath. Release the fingers, sliding the arms out, tucking the tail under, squeezing the glutes, and really slowly articulate the spine down, 1 bone at a time. Once your tail touches the ground, bring your knees into your chest. Little circles here. In one direction, and then in the other direction. Placing your left foot back on the ground, your right foot onto your bent knee. I'm going to do supine pigeon. I didn't look up what the Maori word for pigeon was. I'm a little disappointed. Reach behind the left thigh, keeping your right foot engaged by flexing the foot, and that's going to help to support this knee. If you are feeling any issues with your knee, you might just want to keep your foot on the ground. So this should be felt in the hip, on that right hip. Breathing here. Gently pulling the knee in towards the right knee in towards the chest. Opening up a little more. 1 more breath. And then releasing the foot down, we're going to allow this right foot to fall onto the ground, creating a little twist. Take your hands out to cactus, and then if you want it to be a bit deeper, you can slide up a little bit higher, and you'll feel that stretch coming down the side body, making sure that elbows and shoulders are keeping in contact with the ground. One more breath. Let's bring that leg, slide it back down first, and then bring the foot onto its base. Extend your right leg, bringing it nice and close, keeping the knee as straight as possible. Inhale, exhale, see if you can gently pull in a little bit closer. Inhale, release off. Exhale, opening up that hamstring. Inhale, 1 more. Kapai. Good. Releasing that foot down. Let's take the left foot on top of the right knee, sending the knee away. Reaching behind the right thigh. Keeping this left foot engaged by flexing the foot to keep your knee safe, your left knee. Keep pressing this knee away. It's going to want to fall in towards the chest, but we want to keep it away, and then encouraging that right knee in towards the chest. Breathing here, always connecting creating the union, your breath, sensation of the posture, and the mind in focus. Last breath. And then allow the foot to come back to its base. Send this left foot down towards the ground, bringing your hands into cactus, your arms into cactus. And if you want to come a bit deeper, shifting that knee up a bit higher. Making sure shoulders, elbows, hands all stay in contact with the ground. Let's take 3 breaths. And one more. Kapai, let's slide the foot back down, legs back down. Bring the foot back onto its base and then hug the knees back into the chest. Little circles. And in the other direction, we're going to come into our happy baby. Let's slide the hands on the inside of the feet. Pulling the knees into the armpits. And you can start to rock from side to side. Good, releasing down, pulling the knees in. We're going to rock ourselves up and down. Getting a lovely roll through the spine. Keep your chin tucked in. Come all the way up to sitting, and roll yourself back over onto your belly. Extending your arms and your legs. We're going to lift, alternating hands, alternating arms, alternating legs. Breathing in, lift up right arm, left leg. Exhale as you lift. Inhale to drop. Exhale, left arm, right leg. Extending long. Inhale to drop. Exhale, reaching long through the fingers and the toes, extending. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one. Then dropping the hands down, bringing them underneath your shoulders. Press back so your hips are again under your knees. I want you to keep your hips under your knees, walk your hands forward and draw your chest towards the ground in your melting heart. Either drop your, drop your head onto the ground, or if you want to create more of an arch into the top of the spine and neck, you can allow your chin to drop onto the ground. Breathing here in your melting heart, sending your heart closer and closer to the earth. One more breath. And now let's walk our hands back towards our knees. Spread your knees wide and sit back onto your heels. Take your left hand behind, pressing up with the hips arching back. One more breath. Exhale, release the hips down and switching over to the other side. In this variation of Wild Thing. One more breath. Last exhale, release the heels down. Bringing the hands back underneath the shoulders, we're going to thread the needle. Inhale, reaching up the right arm. Exhale, sending it down through the little bridge that you've created with your arm. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, dropping the shoulder down, gentle twist. Turning to drop your ear onto the ground. Exhale. Let's just hold here for a few breaths. One more breath. Bringing your hand back underneath your shoulder. Inhale, reaching up, left arm. Exhale, sending it through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, drop. Inhale and exhale. Holding here now, 3 breaths. Feel the expansion of the lungs and the back of the shoulder. Last breath. Releasing the arms. Come up onto your knees, bringing your knees together, extending out your right leg. Toe is for pointing forward. Breathing in, bring your arms up to shoulder height. Breathe out, send right hand to right leg and reaching over. Make sure that you don't turn or pivot through your body. You want to keep that nice straight line. Reach up through your fingertips. See if you can slide your fingers, your right fingers down a little further down the leg. 2 more breaths. Last one. And inhale, bring your hands back to center. And exhale, drop left hand to ground, sending the right arm over this time. Being aware of the position of the body, to keep everything stacked on top of each other. Pressing down through the little toe on the right foot, reaching up through the right fingers. 1 more breath. Then inhale, bring the arms up to center. And exhale, bring your hands in front. Send your heels or your hips back towards your heels. Allow the foot to slide out a little further if you wish. One more breath. And bringing your right knee into your left. Let's extend the left leg out to the side. Toe is pointing forward. Breathing in, bring your hands up to shoulder height. Breathe out, left hand to left leg. Sliding the fingers down. Reaching over. Make sure there's plenty of space for your neck. You don't want your shoulders hunching up. Find some ease in your yoga poses. Allow the breath to create relaxation. You're still holding steady, but with ease. Reaching your fingers down a little bit further. Inhale, let's come back up to center. Exhale, take your hand onto the ground, reaching your fingers long, little toe pressed into the ground, reaching up through the fingers, creating that lovely diagonal line through the body. Just a few more breaths now. Breathing in, coming back up, and breathing out, reaching your hands forward again, sinking back, allowing this foot to slide away a little more, dropping the head. You're feeling the adductors inside the thigh. One more breath. Now we're going to walk the hands back, sliding back down onto our bottoms, bringing your knees into your chest. We're going to come to boat pose, so let's activate our core muscles. Taking your toes off the ground, we're going to lift the chest towards the knees. And then if you feel comfortable to do so, lengthen out your legs to create a nice little tabletop with your shins. Hold here. If you want another challenge, extend your arms. Squeeze your knees together, squeeze your ankles together. Let's take some deep breaths. Inhale, circle the arms. Exhale, drop them forward. Inhale. Exhale. In through the nose, out through the nose. If this is too challenging, just stay holding on to the legs. And one more. Inhale. Exhale. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, straighten out the legs, lift your chest, bring your arms up, and pull your knees and roll yourself back down on your mat. Extend your arms and legs. Take your hands out at shoulder height. Drop your knees from side to side. Just allow the back to get a little release. Just a very gentle, dynamic, easy twist. Let's hug the knees back in. Rock yourself back up. Cross your legs. Sitting nice and tall. You can pop a pillow or a blanket underneath your hips. Lifting up. Closing the eyes down. You can bring your hands into a mudra of choice. Connecting once more with your breath. You may feel or detect some energy through the body in the form of your heart beating, warmth, energy flowing. Release your hands by your side. Take a deep breath in. Drawing the breath into the heart again. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, drawing back in. Last time. Tēnā koutou. Thank you. Aroha nui with love. Haere rā. Goodbye. Have a great day.